Have you ever wondered what lies beneath the charming smile of a seemingly ordinary man? What if I told you that charm could mask the darkest of secrets? Let's step into the shadows and unravel the sinister mind of one of history's most chilling criminals.
Talk to the press.
Contrary to Section 78204 Florida statute.
I'll plead not guilty right now.
And your grand jury is being...
Ted Bundy. I'm Detective Obscura, and today we're diving into a case that has both terrified and intrigued for decades. Our journey takes us through the chilling psychological labyrinth of Theodore Robert Bundy, a man whose name has become synonymous with terror. To understand Ted Bundy's crimes, we must first unravel his origins. Born on November 24, 1946, in Burlington, Vermont, Bundy's early life was shrouded in secrets. One might think that secrets in his origins influenced his adult decisions. Raised to believe that his grandparents were his parents and his mother was his sister, Bundy's childhood was marked by confusion and deceit. It was a fragile foundation, one that may have set the stage for the darkness to come. In the 1950s, Bundy's world shifted when he and his mother moved to the other end of the country, Tacoma, Washington. Here, Eleanor Cowell met Johnny Bundy, who legally adopted Ted, giving him the infamous name we know today. Yet, beneath this semblance of normalcy, the cracks in Ted's psyche began to widen. Psychological analysis suggests that such a turbulent upbringing, coupled with identity struggles, may have sown the seeds of his later behavior. But we have yet to unravel this. To psychoanalyze the actions of Mr. Bundy, we must track the subsequent crimes that led to his arrest. When did this all start? Where was his epicenter? This will lead us to the whys of Ted Bundy's crime. The timeline of Ted Bundy's crimes is both haunting and methodical. Some speculate that Ted Bundy may have had earlier, unidentified victims, possibly as far back as the 1960s. While no concrete evidence links him to the disappearance of a young girl during that time, the possibility remains unsettling in light of his later confirmed crimes. In January 1974, Bundy attacked Karen Sparks, a student at the University of Washington. Though she survived, the assault left her with permanent brain damage. Then, a month later, his first proven murder occurred. On February 1st, 1974, Linda Ann Healy vanished from her off-campus home in Seattle, Washington, leaving behind only a blood-stained pillow. Over a year later, in March 1975, her mandible, the lower jawbone, was discovered on Taylor Mountain, along with the remains of other missing women. By July 1974, his confidence had grown, and he became bolder in his approach. At Lake Sammamish State Park, multiple witnesses recalled a charming, yet seemingly injured man named Ted approaching young women, asking for help loading a sailboat into his car. Within hours, 23-year-old Janice Ott and 19-year-old Denise Naslin vanished without a trace, never to be seen alive again. Bundy's victims shared striking similarities. Young women with long dark hair, often in their late teens or early 20s. His selection appeared calculated, almost ritualistic. What drove him? Was it power, control, or something even darker? Bundy's crimes spanned multiple states: Washington, Oregon, Colorado, and Idaho, complicating the investigation. Yet, as the body count rose, so did the profile of the killer. Law enforcement began connecting the dots, aided by witness descriptions and forensic evidence. Bundy's move to Utah in 1974 marked a shift. Here, he resumed his law studies at the University of Utah, but the disappearances continued. In November 1974, Bundy's calculated facade slipped. Carol Duranch, a potential victim, escaped his clutches and provided critical testimony. A key found near the scene fit the handcuffs Bundy had used, tightening the noose around him. By 1975, his Volkswagen Beetle became a focal point. Inside, investigators discovered hair samples that were linked to multiple victims, including Karen Eileen Campbell, Melissa Ann Smith, and Carol Duranch, further implicating Bundy in their disappearances. The growing forensic evidence against Bundy painted a damning picture, but understanding the mind behind these crimes remains a complex challenge. As law enforcement closed in on him, the enigma of Bundy's psychology began to surface, revealing layers that would be explored for years to come. Peering into the mind of Ted Bundy is akin to navigating a dimly lit maze filled with distorted reflections of humanity's darkest potentials. This analysis, however, requires caution. It is built on accounts drawn from books, interviews, documentaries, and media retrospectives. Diagnosing anyone, especially a figure as enigmatic and manipulative as Bundy, without direct clinical interaction, is not only speculative but also fraught with uncertainty. Even face-to-face diagnoses often fall short of comprehensively capturing the complexities of an individual's psyche. With Bundy, we confront a puzzle with missing pieces, a mosaic of contradictions. From his earliest years, Bundy's life was marked by turbulence. Reports suggest he endured abuse at the hands of his grandfather and faced relentless bullying from peers, exacerbated by a speech impediment. These experiences, combined with the shocking revelation that his sister was, in fact, his mother, likely sowed confusion and resentment deep within him. Yet, countless individuals endure far worse without spiraling into the depths of violence that defined Bundy. This raises a chilling question. What made him so different? Experts often classify Bundy within the framework of Factor 1 psychopathy. He epitomized traits such as superficial charm, manipulativeness, and a chilling absence of empathy. Coupled with this were profound narcissistic tendencies. His arrogance, entitlement, and disdain for those he deemed inferior were palpable. But his most unsettling attribute was his ability to don and discard personas with ease, presenting as affable and even endearing in one moment, only to reveal his monstrous nature in the next. This duplicity served as his greatest weapon, enabling him to evade suspicion and manipulate those around him, including law enforcement and victims. Bundy's criminal success was not merely a product of his psychological profile, but a confluence of factors unique to his era. The 1970s presented a landscape ill-equipped to handle someone of his cunning. Random victim selection, meticulous precautions to obscure evidence, and the absence of modern forensic technology all played to his advantage. Societal norms further enabled his predation. The prevalence of hitchhiking and unlocked doors, coupled with the lack of interjurisdictional communication between police departments, provided him with ample opportunities to exploit. Yet, Bundy's story is more than one of calculated brutality. It is a tale of public fascination. The world grappled with the paradox he embodied. A man outwardly normal, even charismatic, who concealed a capacity for unimaginable violence. Myths swirled around him, from claims that his eyes would change color to stories of women captivated by his charm, even during his trials. This allure not only prolonged his ability to evade capture, but also cemented his place as one of history's most infamous criminals. Bundy's legacy extends into the study of psychopathy itself. Modern neuroscience has attempted to unravel the neural underpinnings of individuals like him, linking psychopathy to abnormalities in regions such as the ventromedial prefrontal cortex and amygdala. These deficits hinder emotional regulation, empathy, and the integration of moral feedback. Bundy, with his calculated approach and lack of remorse, exemplifies this disconnect. But the question remains, was he born a predator, or did his chaotic upbringing merely awaken latent tendencies? In the end, Bundy's case stands as a grim testament to the potential for evil to lurk behind even the most unassuming facades. His ability to manipulate, deceive, and destroy, combined with the societal and technological vulnerabilities of the time, created a perfect storm of terror. While modern advances in psychology and forensics may make another Bundy less likely, the questions he raises about human nature and the fragility of our societal safeguards continue to haunt us. Ted Bundy's execution in 1989 marked the end of a reign of terror, but questions remain. How did he maintain his double life for so long? What other secrets did he take to his grave? And most hauntingly, could someone like Bundy emerge again in our modern world? As we close the case file, I leave you with this thought. Evil often hides in plain sight, behind a friendly smile or a helping hand. Everything you see has a tad bit of mystery you need to uncover, so never stop questioning the world around you. If you found this exploration intriguing, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Share your thoughts and theories below. What do you believe drove Bundy to commit such atrocities? Stay curious, stay safe.